When I say this is a huge 3 points, that would be a complete understatement. Arsenal, with no Declan Rice, no Martin Odegaard, no Mikel Merino, coming off of a 1-1 draw with Brighton, and it's a North London derby away from home, making it a must-win already. Everything looking against us, having 5 academy players on the bench, having no Tierney, no Tomiyasu, I can go on, having so many injuries, missing a whole 3-man midfield, missing our captain and arguably one of our best players in Declan Rice. Despite all of that, despite seemingly being up against it, like I said in the preview, we were up against it. Despite everything, we somehow, someway find ourselves a 1-0 win. We didn't play well. We weren't by far the better team. We had dodgy moments. We weren't great defensively at times. We lacked creativity at times. But all of that, and we still found ourselves a 1-0 win. That is what top teams do. We should have done it against Brighton, and had we not gone down to 10 men against Brighton, we probably would have. But that aside, in the North London derby, away from home, a hostile atmosphere as always. The ref is dishing out yellow cards for both sides, left, right, and center. We have basically no creativity in the midfield, yet we find ourselves away. I was thinking during the game that if Odegaard was in this 11, I was pretty confident that Arsenal would have got 3 or 4. I know that sounds pretty crazy, but I think Arsenal not having Odegaard today was a huge letdown for us. I think it really impacted the way we attacked. We kind of lacked that creativity. We lacked that final third product. But yet, despite all of that, we find ourselves a huge win. And this is a huge 3 points to start a massive week ahead of us. This next 3 games, or now next 2 games, is absolutely massive. It is season defining to a point already, especially off that draw. But we did what we had to do, got all 3 points against a semi-good Tottenham team, and we find ourselves the victory. That's pretty much all you can ask for. The starting 11 was the exact starting 11 that I said I would go with in the preview. I thought you'd have to kind of play it safe, having Jorginho and Thomas Partey. I know people wanted Waneri to start, and like I said, I just didn't think he was ready to start a game. Maybe give him half an hour if needed, but he didn't even need half an hour. He played a good solid 5 minutes to just hope I see the game out. And at the end of the day, nothing else matters. We got 3 points against Spurs. Now, some talking points that need to be spoken about was that Spurs definitely did have their chances. I mean, you think of so many chances where Spurs maybe should have got a shot off earlier, where they just missed. I mean, you think about the header from Solanke. Spurs had their chances, and either from David Raya with just outrageous saves yet again, or Arsenal just defending and blocking really well. You think about Brennan Johnson taking a shot and Timber making a great block. Arsenal under the cosh for a large portion of it, and it's very easy to crumble when you haven't got your captain, you haven't got your best defensive midfielder in Declan Rice, you haven't got that steal in the midfield. It's very easy to crumble, but Arsenal did not crumble at all. Thomas Partey needed to have a huge game, and I thought defensively he did exactly that. Now, I would have liked Thomas Partey to maybe be a little bit better progressive passing wise, but defensively I don't think you can really fault Thomas Partey. Even Jorginho, I thought defensively was pretty good, but there were times when Jorginho was maybe caught on the ball a little bit too much. Jurrien Timber, I know Gabriel is the man of the match, but right now after the game, maybe tomorrow might be different, but right now after the game, I think Jurrien Timber is my man of the match. I know he had that yellow card and he got in that iffy situation, but I think when you look at the whole 90 minutes, he did such a good job on Brennan Johnson. He did so well in helping and inverting when he needed to, but defensively, Jurrien Timber was outstanding today, out-flipping standing, and for me, Jurrien Timber is my man of the match, but I do understand if you don't think so, if you think someone else was, but for me, Jurrien Timber was outstanding today and by far my man of the match. The first half I thought was very 50-50, kind of give or take. I thought Spurs were maybe the better team going into halftime. Again, it is 50-50 give or take. I just thought Spurs had maybe better chances and we weren't really having any cutting edge. I mean, throughout the whole game, there was no cutting edge in the final third, just proving how important Odegaard is to us, so I hope he comes back sooner rather than later. But in that second half, I thought Arsenal bounced back really well. We went through large portions of the game in the first and second half where we weren't the better team. It was quite obvious that Tottenham were having their moments. We had to survive flurry after flurry. We had to survive the waves, but we did. And that is such a testament to how good of a team we have become. We're coming off of a bad performance against Brighton. We're missing so many players. Away from home in a North London derby, we're up against it, but we found ourselves to just stay solid. And again, when we scored, beautiful cross from Bukayo Saka. Beautiful corner. Great header from Gabriel. No foul there. All good to go. Arsenal go 1-0 up. There was still 25 minutes left. 25 minutes where you could have easily, and I mean easily, crumbled in the situation that we're in, against Spurs, away from home, missing a lot of our best players. We could have easily crumbled, but we somehow, some way held out, and this is what you want to see from a team trying to compete for the league. Even when you are your best, you make sure you get your clean sheet away from home in a North London derby, and you get your 3 points. Honestly, there's a lot of talking points. We could sit here and talk forever, but at the end of the day, nothing matters. The ref was a bit too yellow card happy for both sides, I will admit, but at the end of the day, nothing else matters. Arsenal go away from home, missing a lot of players, get ourselves a huge 3 points. Can't celebrate too hard though, because now we have a trip to Italy to play Atalanta, and then this time next week is arguably the game of the season against Man City in the Etihad Stadium. But this is exactly how you should start a week. Well done, Arsenal. Let me know in the comments below who was your man of the match. What did you guys think about the game? And I'll see you guys in the next one.